Hey there, planners. Today I want to talk about 7 reasons why you may be avoiding your planner. If you find yourself not wanting to think about it, touch it, look at it, use it, there's probably a very simple reason why that's going on and some easy fixes. So go grab that planner and let's get planning. All right, so it happens to all of us. We find ourselves in a situation where it's been a couple days and we haven't even touched our planner. And then we start feeling, guilty about that, or, maybe a little angry about that because maybe we've invested some money in the planner and we're like, why are we avoiding it? I need a planner. And it just kind of gets a little crazy. There are some really simple reasons why this is probably happening. And that's what I want to talk about today so that you can address it, figure out what's going on, fix it, and get back to a place where you are managing in the most efficient way possible all the things that you need to do and have some sense of peace about your planner again. If you are new to Planning Annie, I want to welcome you. I'm so excited you're here and joining us. Here at Planning Annie, we love to talk about our planners and the methods that we use to get things done and be efficient and effective, and all the ways that we are using our planner systems and tools to help us have a great day and a great month and a great year. And if that sounds like something that you would enjoy, then you have definitely found your tribe, because we are a group of planner enthusiasts. I highly encourage you to check out the comments below because Planning Annie subscribers have the greatest ideas and we love to share those with each other. Hope you will consider subscribing and becoming a permanent part of our little tribe here. For those of you returning, welcome back. I hope that you are not in this situation, but if you are and you find yourself ignoring your planner, there's probably a really common reason why. So I'm going to go over 7 today. I'm going to start with number 1. Number 1 is you have overcomplicated your planning system. So if you are trying to create a very elaborate system with lots of items that have to be updated and maintained, and hourly tracking and multiple habits that you're trying to document, this can be really overwhelming and actually make it difficult to maintain. And so I'm going to flip to, I have a section in my ring bound planner. This is a Moterm personal wide ring planner. This is sort of my catch-all, carry everywhere planner that I keep with me. If you would like to see more detail and a full flip through of this planner, I'll have that link down below, as well as all the supplies I am using today. So I have a section called Track. So if I flip to that section, I have a couple things that I'm tracking. I'm tracking my husband's golf games and scores. I'm tracking a reading list. I am tracking things that I want to watch, TV shows, movies, things like that I want to watch. And then I have an episode tracker, which I absolutely love this insert. That's why I put it in here. But guess what I'm not keeping up with very well? I'm not keeping up with actually tracking the episodes of the shows that I like and I'm watching. I have a movie watch list that I'm also not doing a very good job of keeping up with. I have a takeout tracker where I'm just writing down all the things that we love, like takeout foods that we love. And that's it. That's all I have in the tracker section. Even though I have just these very few items that I'm trying to track, I'm actually not doing a very good job of keeping up with it, because it's something that I have to come to regularly and update. And I just don't think about that. That's not tracking the TV shows that I'm watching by episode is just not that important to me. And if I don't do it, guess what the consequences are? Nothing. There are no consequences to me not tracking that. So therefore, while I love this insert, I have overcomplicated this. Now, if I multiplied this and I had this across my entire planner and I had just this huge burden of things that I needed to maintain, you can understand how overcomplicating the system would definitely make me just want to avoid this altogether. So if you are avoiding your planner, take a look at how much work have you created for yourself? Have you overcomplicated the system and made it difficult to maintain? Because if you have, that may be a reason why you are avoiding your planner, and you want to take a look at, look for things like this episode tracker. What are the consequences of me not doing this? And can I take it out without any, real damage? Now, if I had this goal, if one of my goals was to, maintain a certain number of hours of television a week, and this was a way that I did that, then that would be important. The consequences would be I wouldn't know if I met the goal or not. But if there are no consequences, try to take it out. So that's the first area to look for if you are avoiding your planner. All right, reason number 2 that you may be avoiding your planner is that you're avoiding your planner. And I know what you might be thinking, Planning Annie, that doesn't make any sense. What I'm talking about is not having a habit of coming to your planner. So in order for the planner to be effective, you have to use the planner. And typically that requires, especially if you're new to Planner or you've recently updated your system, that requires you to set aside some time to actually check in with your planner, to update the planner and to check in with the planner. The way I do this is I set aside time in the morning after I have completed my scripture study. I will flip through the day and look at the day and the week and what's going on and do a quick check with my planner. I need to start actually flipping through the tracking section, making sure that I'm looking at that. But I will also flip to the Today tab and see what's on the schedule for today. Here's a blank week, but typically I would have, what's going on and little reminders to myself in the current week, what's going on. And I would check in with this and make sure everything's captured and that I have a good understanding of the day. You have to set aside time to do that and to also update your planner. So maybe it's once a week, you spend some time, putting the right items for the week ahead in your planner, and then once a day you check in with it, or maybe twice a day, once at the beginning and once at the end. You have to have that habit. And initially, it really is like forming a habit, meaning maybe you have to set an alarm for yourself and, just a little alarm in the morning, that says spend 10 minutes with my planner, until that becomes ritual and something that's ingrained and just part of what you do. You actually have to form that relationship with your planner. So if you are not creating a habit of actually using your planner, then you're not going to use your planner. So that may be why you're ignoring it. So check yourself and see if you've taken the time to really form the habit of using it. And if not, set up some triggers, reminders, things to help you form that habit to really start getting the most out of your planning system. All right, another reason number 3, why you may be avoiding your planner is that you are being too rigid with your planner. So it's important to have a plan, but it's also important to be flexible and adjust your plans as needed because, hey, life happens. And for this, as an example, I have brought up my March meal plan. Meal planning is something I like to do because I hate making the decision real time what I'm going to cook. I want to have a plan and I want to know that all the ingredients are there and that I have something that my family will enjoy. So I have a meal plan. This is for the month, and basically it's every day what we're going to eat. I am a bit too rigid with this. So I have it all mapped out, but guess what? Life happens. And maybe I said I was going to grill on Saturday night and it's pouring down rain and there is going to be no grilling. We're actually going to order pizza. Or maybe I said I was going to make this elaborate meal one night, and when it comes down to it, I just don't feel like it. So being too rigid with your plans can actually cause you to want to avoid your planner because you get discouraged when things don't go as planned, and it feels like your planner is failing, your plans are failing, when actually you're just being a little too rigid. So take a look at how rigid you're being. Are you scheduling out every hour, and is your expectation that things are going to go exactly as they are written down in your planner or captured in your planner. And if that's the case, you may want to allow yourself a bit more flexibility. Look for ways to create some flexibilities. Give yourself some grace when it comes to life happening. Also pay attention to what's throwing your plans off kilter, because if something is happening repeatedly, then that really should be incorporated into your plans. So if you find that every Monday you're just a little too tired to, do a full 90-minute workout, then maybe you just don't do 90-minute workouts on Mondays. So take a look at how rigid you're being with your planner, and is that causing you to be discouraged when plans don't go as they are documented? And how can you create a bit more flexibility with your planning system? All right, the next reason, number 4, is that you are not prioritizing your task. Not prioritizing your task can cause you to want to avoid your planner because it's creating stress for you. So I've pulled up a running list of to-dos that I keep in this planner. It's in the notes section, and it's somewhat of a brain dump, a place for me to just drop things in as I think about them. So I've got a number of items here that I've captured as to do. But note that none of them are prioritized. They don't have due dates. I'm using this just as a sort of brain dump area to make sure I don't forget about things. And then I will move them into certain days or times, or, prioritize them, from this place. However, if this was my to-do list for the day, there's a lot of items on here. There are far too many for me to be able to accomplish, especially when I look at what some of them are. Some of them will take, creating a content plan for the entire second quarter of the year. That will take hours. That will take a long time. So there's no way that I could accomplish all of this in a single day. If this is what was slated for me for today, if I open up my planner and this is what I have, and I don't have any prioritization, I don't know what's the most important, I don't know what the due dates are, this would be very, very stressful for me, because I would take one look at this, read down the list, and know there is no way I'm going to get all of this done. And so why even try? I would be discouraged right from the start. So it's very important to prioritize tasks based on their urgency and their importance. So how important are they, and how quickly do they need to be done? If you are trying to tackle too many tasks at once, or you are not prioritizing them properly, then you can quickly become overwhelmed and stressed and just want to get rid of that planner and get that out of your mind, because this is a source of stress and pain for you. So definitely take a look at your planner and how you are prioritizing tasks. Do you need to come up with a system for capturing and then moving into scheduling and prioritizing based on importance and urgency? All right, another reason that you might be avoiding your planner is that you are not reviewing and reflecting of what has already occurred. Reviewing and reflecting is so important, because you need to identify what is working and what is not working, and make adjustments to your planner as you go. So if you have been around my channel for very long, you know that I update my planner system on a quarterly basis. I don't fall into the trap of buying the planner in November for the next year and thinking I'm going to use that one planner and it's going to be all I need for the entire year and I'm not going to want anything else. I just don't even fall into that trap anymore, because I know things change, life changes, I have different needs, I get antsy, I like planners, so I want to use and try out different planners. I know that about myself. So I actually purposely review and reflect on my entire planning system every quarter. If you want to learn more about how I do that, I have some videos down below. I also have some videos linked down below about how I conduct a weekly review. I think it's really important to do a review every week to look back and see, okay, what happened, what worked, what didn't work, what do I need to change up going forward, and even is a certain insert. So I'm using a certain insert for my weekly setup, is that insert going to work for me this week, or do I need to change something? What didn't work about it last week? And, do I need to change something up? Do I need to change up how I'm capturing things? So reviewing and reflecting on your planner on a regular basis and making adjustments and changes as you go will really help to make that planner work for you and make you want to come back to it to see, how are the changes working? All right, did you make the right changes? Is there another tweak that needs to be made? So if you're not scheduling time to review and reflect, definitely start to incorporate that into your planning habit, because it will make you want to come back to your planner on a regular basis. All right, number 6 on the list of reasons why you may be avoiding your planner is that you have overloaded your planner. Now, I have just updated my planning system for the second quarter, and I am down to exactly what I need, the bare minimum of what I need. So I know that is not the case for me right now, but you may be in the place where you are trying to put too much information in your planner. And that could actually make it very cluttered and confusing. And it's important to find that balance and only include the information that's absolutely necessary. So what I try to do is include the bare minimum of what I must have. So I showed you an example from a tracking perspective of, I think I could definitely, it's time for me to get rid of the episode tracker. I don't need this. And it's not consequential for me. It's actually cluttering up and bulking up my planner. So this is definitely something that I can let go. And even think about this in terms of your decoration. So I've got this card stuck in here because it's really pretty. It came in a box of like a freebie of things that I ordered. But it's also kind of getting in the way and sliding around and not really staying where I want it to stay. So that's making me think that it's actually cluttering up my planner and maybe I need to take it out. Take a look at the decor that you have. Is it cluttering up and causing confusion and chaos in your planner? Really look at how can you strip down your planner to exactly what you need to be effective and what you need to bring you to the planner. There shouldn't be any more than that if you want it to be very effective. So definitely take a look at if you have put too much stuff in your planner. All right, and the last item, number 7, reason why you might be avoiding your planner is that you haven't personalized it. So if your planner is not reflective of who you are and what you need, then you are probably not going to want to come to it. If you don't personalize your planner to meet the needs that you have for the planning system, you may not find it very useful or enjoyable to use. And that includes what's inside of it and how you're using it, as well as how you're personalizing it with little touches to reflect you and your personality. So I have a lot of resources on this channel about how to map out your planner system needs and match research planners and match buying a planner to what you actually need. I'll have those linked down below, but definitely make sure that you have spent the time to make the planner what you need. And in order to do that, you have to know what you need first. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you are thinking about, I hope you're not in the situation where you're avoiding your planner, but if you are, the key to successfully using a planner is to find a system that works for you and then to make a habit of using it consistently. So hopefully these tips are helping you to do that. I would love to hear your comments down in the comments below. Are you in a situation where you're avoiding your planner? Have you been there before, and what caused you to be avoiding your planner? What are some other reasons why you might be avoiding your planner? I'd love to hear all that down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to Planning Annie for more content like this, and as always, thanks for planning with me.